right, let's do this. So, just so you guys know, I've made a couple changes to my rules. One of them being, I have a couple changes. One, at the end of the day, what is trading, right? You are sitting there and you're waiting for a signature in price that you've seen before, targeting good liquidity, targeting good highs or lows, and that is it. So at the end of the day, I have to just sit here, pull up this chart on the low time frame, and just wait. I have to wait for a setup, either an inversion, a breaker in for value gap, close above a breaker, or aka CISD or whatever. I gotta wait. Just sit here and wait for it to be a light bulb signature in price, and there's nothing else I can do, right? So at the end of the day, that is what I'm doing, and I'm not. And because I'm doing that, there's two changes I'm making, right? One of them is, it's like for inverse for value gaps, you don't really need a higher time frame model necessarily to take a good inverse for value gap, and that's the case. But like for example with a CISD, you want to have a higher time frame PD array that it's delivering from. So basically my new rule I changed is the trade does not have to be with a higher time within a higher time frame model, but it does have to be light bulb, and that's the main thing. It has to be light bulb. I have to know it's a good trade, and then I just execute. I just sit here, be disciplined, execute, and I say to myself, if this trade was a loss, am I okay with that? And if so, then I'm good to go, right? But it needs to be a light bulb signature in price I've seen before, targeting good liquidity. As well, the other change that I made to my rules is, since I'm, once again, just sitting and waiting for light bulb signature, I'm not, like, you don't really need to do high time frame analysis and stuff to do all that, so I'm not, obviously I'm going to try and, I'm going to have some discipline and not just take the first setup I ever see on the charts, but I'm not going to restrict myself to taking setups if something light bulb happens within that first hour, right? So before my rule was I can't even take a trade for that first hour. Now I'm saying, okay, I'm going to give myself some wiggle room. If it's light bulb, I'm not going to just say I can't take it, because that doesn't make sense. If it's light bulb and you know that it's a good trade, sure. So with all that in mind, those are the two changes that I made. Let's set up the right hand chart. Let's do this. So here we go. Not sure if anyone saw my, what's it called? Higher time frame analysis in the Discord, but right now we did end up getting an SMT, so we got a bullish SMT with this low. You can see that here. So as well, we're holding this key level, this daily order block. So, and then as well, this is a giant liquidity void, and liquidity voids like to get filled. So with all that in mind, I essentially have this framed as a possible buy model, where it's a possible buy model. Obviously, if stuff changes, then so be it. But as of right now, I'm framing this as a buy model. So anyway, we're gonna mark out everything that's relevant. Right now, one of the most relevant things, in my opinion, is this 2-hour gap here. So I'm gonna mark that out. I think this is where all eyes need to be focused right now. I'm thinking we need to come down into this gap, and then if we do, then we could possibly keep expanding higher and start to fill this liquidity void here. It's a giant liquidity void. So let's start setting up the chart. So we have this daily order block. I mean, clearly the candle bodies are respecting this order block. With that in mind, like, bullish key levels are being respected. I'm going to see if we can get a retracement into this for value gap. but we'll see. So here's that daily order block. So boom, boom, and you can see how the bodies do respect that pretty well. And then we have this 2 hour gap. I wonder if it's a 4 hour gap. It is a 4 hour for value gap. Then again, it has not formed yet, so let's just call it a 2 hour gap, because this candle has not closed yet, right? Oh, I need to get chat on my phone. So yeah, so this 2 hour gap here, we will be watching very closely. And I mean, think about it conceptually, right? Overnight, we dump through all of this liquidity, right? So what does that mean? That means they stopped a ton of people out. If they stopped a ton of people out, especially if we get SMT, to me it seems like we're filling orders. And then we have relatively equal previous week's highs above here. And then we're in this monthly gap, which I'm not going to pull up right now, but we are in a monthly gap. Dude, I lost a subscriber. I'm losing subscribers like crazy. It's because I'm not uploading, but I'm locked in right now. I'm trying to become profitable. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not. I mean, I will make videos when I have time, but like right now I'm probably gonna need to start working a ton, just because I need to have money that's not relying on trading. So I just don't know if I have as much time to work on videos, but I'm locked in right now on making sure I'm locked in and becoming profitable. That's all I can say, is I'm locked in. So there's that daily order block. Alright, I'm gonna calm down a little bit. I'm gonna chill out. Let's just start setting everything up, and yeah. So you'll note that we have relatively equal lows, right? We have this low and this low. They're relatively equal. Now, we did end up coming and sweeping it, but to me, this is all accumulation. I mean, right now, this just seems like a giant consolidation. So until we break one of these sides, right? Until we break either the high or the low, honestly, I'm probably not going to take any trades because it's just lower probability. So we have this 2 hour for value gap here. This is kind of where I'm looking to see us move down into. Anyway, I'm going to chill out a little bit more. One thing to note is like this breaker right here, these high step close candles do overlap with this for value gap. So I'm watching this breaker very closely. I think pushing down into this breaker and 2 hour gap is a possibility. Let's see where our session. So we do have London and Asia below, but Asia did push into this daily order block here. And with that in mind, since Asia pushed into a key level, and I know it wasn't London, but I think I'm learning that like it doesn't necessarily have to be London. If we push into a key level and we start expanding, a lot of time we'll continue to expand the rest of the day, right? So that's something I'm realizing. So we push into this key level, this daily order block during Asia. And then, yeah. I just don't think that these lows will be relevant, so I'm not going to mark them out. And this is a giant for value gap. We got midnight down here. You can see that as well. We did manipulate below midnight and then can start to continue higher. That's another sign that today might be expansion. All right, here's where things get interesting. So, That's crazy. Session stat map already opened up. Okay. Alright, so let's start out with the stat map here. And look at that, right? We get this daily manipulation level right in this area where we're possibly expecting a manipulation move down into, right? So here's that daily manipulation level. And yeah, yeah, it's 2 hour gap. It seems like the area the market might want to come into. So if I was a degen, I would just buy at this daily manipulation level and see what happened. But I'm not gonna do that. And then yeah, okay. Let's take a look at some more things. Oh, the new thing I'm gonna start doing is I'm just gonna set up the macros ahead of time. So that way I can just know when they're coming. So I just do 820, 840, 850. Because I always forget to check them. And if I see them at the top here, then I'm gonna be prepared. Where's the special macro? I'm gonna make this one green because this is like the one we're wanting to take a trade in right here. The 950 to 1010 one. That's always the best one. Okay, and then we have our last macro right here. Okay, so let's make this look a little nicer here. So here's that daily manipulation level. We had 8:30 open up. So that's interesting. Oh, hey, we got 4 people watching. What's up, guys? How are you guys? So right now, I did kind of already cover everything, but I'm gonna cover it again since there's people watching. So where do I start? Well, first go look at my higher time frame analysis that I did in the Discord. But what I'm thinking right now is we pushed into this. I mean, I could be wrong, but like we pushed into this daily order block during Asia, and then we left this giant new week opening gap. And to me, that seems like a draw on liquidity. I would think that wants to be filled, and We got this giant bullish SMT here as well. And so for me, I am looking for us to come into this 2 hour for value gap. So you can see that right here. And then I'm going to reevaluate from here. Like if we come into this gap, like what are we gonna do from here, right? And then maybe I get a setup back up. But in all honesty, I need to see us break out of this consolidation. You can see that right now we have this giant consolidation, and I need to see us break one of the sides here, because until we break one of the sides, yeah. Anyway, no one's watching anymore, so. Okay. We have this fair value gap right here, and it's overlapped with the daily manipulation level. So this is kind of where I'm looking, right? And we have this breaker, and then we have a Reaper for value gap right here. So maybe we wick into this Reaper for value gap. It's the fair value gap in discount of a breaker block. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna bring this over. Boom. So maybe we get something like this, where we, well, let's mark this consolidation out a little better. Maybe we get something like this, where let's get rid of this. I'm trying to figure out how do I mark out this fair value gap without it taking up my entire screen, right? Because that's the biggest issue right now. Is I think if I mark out the fair value gap, no matter how I do it, it's gonna mark up the entire screen, right? Let's just pull it off to the side here. We know it's a higher time frame for value gap. Yeah, we'll just go like this. So, I want to see us probably inverse this and then go take out these lows here. Let's see what else we can look at. So as far as new day opening gaps go, you can see we rejected the event horizon perfectly, so that's interesting. And then, yeah, what else? New week opening gaps. And I really don't care what anyone thinks. I think event horizons are great. Doji doesn't use them. No one else uses them, and that's on them. Like, I think they're great, so I will use them. We got this event horizon here. We respected this new week opening gap. So that's another sign the market could be bullish, right? We respected this new week opening gap. So there's that new week opening gap there. And yeah, we just got this giant SMT, right? So okay, so there's the SMT. Here's the daily order block. Let's move this over. And let's bring this top right. Daily OB, actually top, let's do bottom right, and then let's make this 2. And then, so we got both a daily order block and also a new week opening gap and an SMT. And then I think that this right here, this new day opening gap, could become a draw on liquidity. So let's mark this out here. And then we got the we got this here. Look, we got this tiny 15-minute fair value gap here as well. This is where I bet we'll go right here. So I'm gonna get rid of this. We know this is here. We know this is here. We know this is here. Let's bring this over. I want to see this become a sell model or a buy model down here, right? No, let's get rid of that for now. Actually, let's bring out you can see we're rejecting this breaker, right? And then this new week opening gap will probably become a draw on liquidity at some point as well. So I like having just the last 5. It keeps the chart a little bit more clean, honestly. So, yeah. Alright, I can get rid of the screen right here, and I can use this chart to look for SMTs. Okay, is there anything else I need to set up, or are we good? Okay, I think we're good. Low key. But I kind of want to do projection of this. So there we got the -1. That's so fascinating. Why do you feel blessed? Look at this, dude. Take this consolidation. I'm starting to get the consolidation thing. You kind of just like take the most obvious consolidation and then take your manipulation leg, right? Here we can see you feel blessed? What do you mean you feel blessed? Alright. And then see how we went right to this other one here? That's crazy. It was like one right to the other. So then I'm gonna look at this. This is where I'm looking at. So I'm just drawing these out. Just this is for my other screen, so. And patiently wait for a setup. That's all I can do. I just sit there and just wait for like hours, and that's all I can do. That is trading. This is the fun part. This is the fun part where I go crazy. But in reality, when I like take a trade, I literally just have to sit there and wait. Like there's nothing else I can do, and yeah. But I this is just mostly for my own fun. Like I like to just look at stuff that most people don't look at. Okay, there's the blue one right there. I'm starting to get it though. You just take the obvious consolidation. Like in this case, this was the obvious consolidation. You measure it from the candle bodies. Like it's making more sense to me now than it used to, honestly. So before I was like, oh, it has to be the CBDR, and like honestly, not really. At least maybe that's wrong, but that's kind of how I see it. You just kind of take range projection. So this was the accumulation range, accumulation, manipulation, and then so this is the. Oh yeah, 100%, bro. But yeah, look at how perfect. So look, this is like how you measure out, what's it called? The I can't explain it. It's like, so you just take the obvious accumulation, whatever it was, and then you measure this out. It's called like the dealing range. And so then this 2 to 2.5 marked the low, you can see, and then this is like the projections, right? So -1, -2, -3, -4. And usually you use it on like the central bank dealers range, which is right here, but in this case, just take the obvious. I would just take the obvious accumulation here. All right, let's move on. So, what else should we look at? Is there anything else we should look at or not? Yeah, dude, being alive and having all your family members well is really incredible. Like that. You really, man. That's such a blessing, man. I'm happy that you're doing good. I'm happy that you're doing good. Okay, so do we have anything else we should look at? Like what else? And then I will go back to my main screen and just sit and wait for a trade, but this is just for my own fun. I like to just have everything you could possibly ever want on this other screen here. I really don't think there's much else. 8:30. We can mark out 8:30. I guess let's mark out 8:30. Midnight's not super relevant. It's all the way down there, but we'll mark out 8:30. And then yeah, I think I'll just sit there and wait for any trades if we get any. But it's probably gonna be quite a bit of waiting. We're just gonna have to sit here and do nothing. So that's just trading. So there's 8:30, and I don't think there's anything else to mark out. I think we're good. I think this new day opening gap will be a draw on liquidity. You see it's aligned with that 2 to 2.5 projection. And this will probably be a draw on liquidity as well, actually. So let's mark this out. But yeah, you see how, yeah, this new day opening gap is also the top of the new week opening gap, right? So all of these to me are draws on liquidity. All right, I think we're good. Yeah. Oh, we should look at stat map levels a little bit more. That's one thing we did not look at all the way. So the daily distribution is right at the top of the 3 to 3.5. Projection here. That's not super helpful. Let's go on to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour distributions down there. I don't really care about that. 12-hour. I don't care. 6-hour. Okay, 6-hour distributions lined up perfectly as well. All right, 2-hour one maybe. Okay, I don't care. 8-hour one. No, I don't care. And then probably not relevant, but we'll see. Yeah, okay. So, and then we had that weekly. Remember the weekly stat map level is right here. That's crazy. Okay, so yeah, what I'm looking at is is everyone watching? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're totally good. Let's go off the screen here. Yeah, we're honestly done. So let's go move. Let's move the chart over to the other screen, and then boom. And now we just sit here, and we wait for trades. We just sit here. One possibility is, let's see, what's a possibility? I think we could come. I was gonna say we could come retest this breaker for value gap, but you can see we already did that, right? That was already a trade that already happened, where we have this breaker here. And then fair value gap. So we kind of already used this. Oh, maybe let's pull up the quarterly theory sheet. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm gonna put these on the sheet actually. I'm gonna put these down here. Helpful. Okay, if it'll load. I don't need those. Alright. Now we sit and wait. So we just got an inversion. But we are within this consolidation, so I don't really care at all. But this could work, right? But I'm not interested. We got a breaker for ViGap here. Yeah. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but with these relatively equal lows, I'm like, no thanks. Okay. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Alright, might take a break. We just got a 5-minute change of state delivery. I do get bonus points for saying no to that trade. I mean, actually, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I just think it's a consolidation. Maybe we want to come down in here, but maybe you could argue this is a change state delivery, and we're gonna go higher off of that. It's possible. So maybe we go higher and then lower and then higher. I don't know. Honestly, I just want to see us come lower into this fair value gap down here. Oh, did we get SMT here? So this made a lower low, S&P made a lower low, and NASDAQ made a lower low. Nah, there's no S&P. Okay. Yeah, I'm really expecting us to come down and come into this gap here. So S&P on the other hand is different because S&P's kind of already at its breaker block here, right? It's this right here. Okay. I will, yeah, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit and I'll be back. But I will have the chart pulled up and I'll be prepared in case we do get anything. But once again, like, I want to see us break this consolidation before I take a trade, probably. I mean, theoretically, this inversion is okay, but I'm gonna be patient. I'm not gonna take it, but maybe this will possibly work. Honestly, we already got a 5-minute change state delivery, so. But ideally, I want to wait till 10 a.m. So, okay, I'm gonna go and take a break. I'll be back. No, I'll just be watching the low time frame chart here. Okay, so right now, what I see is, I know this isn't technically a breaker because this is a higher high and a higher low, but a second. Oh, let me go down the lower time frame here. So, right now, I'm looking for SMTs. Okay, right now I kind of see this down closed candle is overlapped with. Well, actually, we might. Looks like we're kind of respecting this gap. So, yeah. Actually, I'm not sure right now. Okay, I'll be back. Actually, I'll just chill here. Oh, I was gonna pull up chat. Etsy, what up, bro? Sorry, I didn't see that. Alright, so now I'm just gonna be waiting. We got a nice inversion here. Actually, this is kind of nice, low-key. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. But no, it is nice. That is a nice trade. Down to those relatively equal lows. You could go break even right here. Man, I was thinking about taking it. I would have taken it, honestly, I would have taken it if I had traded it open. I know, I should have had traded it open. Oh my gosh, bro. Nah. I think it's better not to have lost the trade, honestly. Yeah, look, that'd be break even. I'd probably have break even right there. I'm not gonna rush anything. I'm not upset. It's fine. Patience. Patience. That would have hit TP. I could have been done for the day already, but I'm not upset. It's fine. I think that was a good trade. Should I have taken it? Probably, but I did not have traded it open, so it's okay. This inversion will probably, if we inverse this, it'll probably go run all this. But yeah, I need to rate the setups before taking them. That's one of my new rules. And if I also need to say, if this was a loss, would I be upset? That's two of my new rules are, I must rate the setup before taking it, and if I were to lose this trade, would I be upset? So don't let me forget to do that. So, okay. Wait, this is actually pretty good. Oh. Wait, let me measure this. Is this going into the macro? Just taking that. I did not. I was not ready for that. It's so frustrating. Okay. That was also A plus. Delivering from a fair value gap. Okay, I really like this. If this becomes a fair value gap, or actually no, that's probably fine right here. Or should I be more careful? And wait, should I wait for inversion off of it? Yeah, because we got this breaker. Okay, if we get a 15-second CSD off of it, then probably. And just target like this range of highs here. Or I could have better RR and do like that. No, I should probably just not do anything. Now I'll enter if we get a 30-second SASD. That's what I'll do. Okay, wait, I have to ask myself, if this trade was a loss, would I be upset? I don't think I'd be upset actually.
Order filled.
I mean, we're also retesting a 5-minute CISD, I think. And then we have all these highs over here. We're going into the macro. Looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. Sucks.
Stop filled.
On to tomorrow. Okay. Let's just make sure there's no open orders or positions, and then I'll get off the charts. I'm just trying to make sure there's no open positions or orders. I forgot to rate it. Dang it. Forgot to rate the trade. My gosh. We're dumping. Let me just make sure there's nothing. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. I'll get off the charts. Okay, bye.